Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX Avalanche. So AVAX is currently, this is the daily chart. Well, AVAX did move up. Maybe we start that way. AVAX did move up, obviously two new highs here back in throughout August, September, October, November, December. November was the all-time high here at around $150. In my view, this was an impulsive move to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your wave 5 to the upside. And after that, what you saw here most likely, in my view, is an ABC correction. We are currently, in my view, in the wave C of that ABC correction, and we are still to do another wave down. That is currently my view here. This, of course, doesn't have to happen, but we see that AVAX moved up in a channel back then, and it's now moving down in a channel, okay? So in the last video, we talked about the resistance here, the possible resistance, because at the time we didn't really see any, but that this really could provide a lot of resistance up there, because you've got, first of all, the descending trend line of that channel, and then you've got here at $95, the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level. And yeah, it did happen. My primary expectation was and still remains that we're coming down lower once more, and we seem to do that. I mean, AVAX showed quite a strong reaction to that resistance level, and in that video we also talked about some of the short-term indicators already turning bearish or to the downside again. Now, currently what we see here is that AVAX lost, it couldn't hold the 50-day simple moving average. So this orange line here, it didn't hold it. We can also put on the chart maybe the EMA ribbon. You can see that we didn't get a long signal of the EMA ribbon. You typically get that when they cross between each other. So for example, that was the case before the last major uptrend here. That was when these EMAs did cross in August. Yeah, so it was a long signal. Everybody who bought at this long signal made a lot of money. Yeah, only if profits were taken, of course. And then we had this short signal here in January, and since then they haven't crossed again. Yes, the price did move above them, but they weren't retested successfully. I mean, there is one more chance here currently, and you can see that as AVAX is testing here some of these EMAs, it hasn't dropped below it. I think this is like the last opportunity for AVAX to stay sort of bullish and move up from here, yeah. But it needs to hold this EMA ribbon, and currently the support of that, the lowest EMA, is currently sitting at $80. So if the $80 level gets broken to the downside, I think then we can expect far lower prices here. Also the 200-day moving average, for example, which is currently sitting here at $70 US. So my primary view would still be just purely by also what I expect for Bitcoin and how we've moved in this channel, that we are going to come down once more. But for AVAX, what we need to say for AVAX also, it did hit the target area, it did come into it already. So at any point in time, we could see the move up from here, yeah. And these target areas as well, they are never here for fun. They are the areas where I expect a turnaround with the highest probability, which doesn't mean we couldn't come down once more into this target area deeper. And this target area starts at $62. That's the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And the next most likely support within that target area would be at $39. That's the 0.786 Fib level. The lowest range would be the 0.887 Fib level at $25. To be fair, I don't necessarily think we're going to get there. That's also why here this blue wave 5 doesn't point all the way to the downside. Don't think we're going to get there. I think we're going to find support somewhere here along the channel again. But as I said, there are a few more chances, opportunities for the bulls to find support here. But I personally think also, because that is still my primary expectation for Bitcoin, that Bitcoin does another 50% drop, 40% drop, and that could move AVAX down as well from there to, in a 40% drop, maybe a little bit more to the downside of that channel, which then could be used for to bring some of the indicators down and then move up from here, okay? That is what I would see here as very likely for AVAX. Nevertheless, going a little bit lower, I think then we are getting at attractive levels again, now in the current dip here, and that could be then one of the last opportunities to get hold of some AVAX at low prices, especially here in this range. Yeah, if we drop a little bit more, maybe below the 0.5 FIB level at $78, that would be very attractive prices in the long run anyway, even though if I expect the price still to head once more lower. But overall, the current levels for me, maybe it's still a bit too high now, 82, but still, you know, overall in the long run, in the next major wave up, I would expect here levels of over $200. Yeah, 232 would be the minimum target, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level between 232 and 285. That is what I would expect. And from that perspective, then the current levels are also fairly attractive. But that's not financial advice. It's only how I see the market. Another reason why I think the price is going to come down once more lower is that the 0.618 FIB level here, that was at, what did I say, at $62. It did hold, but the price did go below it. Yeah, we were a few days below it, and that normally indicates that you have to come into that area again. Yeah, if the level was broken already, was basically pierced, yeah, then you come down once more and maybe to the next FIB level at $38, or at least close to it. And also looking at the indicators, yeah, the indicators, we can currently see that AVAX is losing ground in the bullish range, still in the bullish range, yeah, possibly finding support here, but on the MACD it's losing buying pressure. So depending on how the next few hours and days are going to play out, we could see here further decreasing buying pressure on the MACD and the RSI. And on the 8-hour, I think we already have a decision. On the 8-hour chart, we already have this bearish crossover that could translate into lower prices going forward. Yeah, short term, a further dip. And that will translate into the daily chart then as well. So you will see it on the daily indicator as well. In my view here, the RSI on the 8-hour chart is also dropping below the bullish range. That's normally what it starts on the lower time frames, yeah, and then we'll move on to the higher time frames. And you remember in the last video, on the AVAX video, we talked about here that we could already see the short-term indicators dropping, and that was when we were here at the peak. Told you that a correction is coming, and now you can see that play out, and it is basically that confirmation on the shorter term, on the shorter time frame indicators, that they are dropping, and they continued to drop. So this is where it starts on the shorter time frame indicators, and that normally then translates into the higher time frame indicators. Looking at the 4-day chart, we had a potential reversal here, so we need to see how this is now playing out. I think if on the daily it now starts to drop, you will see another reversal to the downside here on the 4-day chart. We haven't really had a crossover here yet, a bullish crossover. That is probably due if AVAX can find support here somewhere. But if it falls through these levels that I indicated, then you're going to see further downside from here. So the 4-day chart is currently turning up actually. And on the weekly, we see a potential decreasing selling pressure as well. But it's still too early for me to confirm that, especially given now the strength of how we are currently coming down here. But as I said, you know, it can find support. It can find support. And if it does, then it could also break out from here. And then maybe then this is not a wave 5. The wave 5 for AVAX might not be coming, because looking at the structure here, I like it more than for many of the other altcoins. It looks fairly strong. Yeah, it looks more like it looks like a clearer impulse compared to some other cryptos. But at the moment, this is not a 5-wave structure yet. Yeah, you would need another leg up to really confirm a 5-wave structure, because at the moment, what you see here is basically a wave 4. So you have your A, B, C. Yeah, it's a 3-wave move. To confirm a 5th wave, you would want that another leg up. Yeah, so you would need to find support here, maybe exactly where we are now, or at around $78, that FIB level here, the horizontal line, and then move up another leg. And that could be the confirmation that we have a first 5-wave move to the upside. That would then invalidate the wave 4 scenario, and we would move up from here. And AVAX has a chance to do it, because AVAX did reach its target area already. All right, so hopefully you liked the update about AVAX Avalanche. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And again, if you really like the content, maybe consider to join as a channel member. And you can do that by joining on my website. You can find a link in the description or here on YouTube. And then you can get access to Telegram, Discord, and a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.